So continuing our coverage here on the final day of the Roslyn Park HSBC National School Sevens. My thanks to Dave Rogers, who was ably looked after the coverage from 10 o'clock this morning and, of course, throughout the week. My name's Nick Keith. Great to be with you as, well, we have Brighton College against St Paul's Catholic as our featured game here on pitch RE1. Just saw Cranley School so heavily supported. They're going after that record of 3 in a row. Breezing past Henley College in the end, 36 points to 12. Certainly tight enough for the first few minutes, but once they got their noses in front, well, they were never going to be caught. Who can put up the challenge to them over the course of the latter stages of that cup competition? We look forward to finding out, but this is our main appeal for now. Calls on the sideline to back himself, and Brighton will get away. The number 14 stepping through, using the long stride and getting in for the game's first try. Just pulled the conversion wide of that left hand upright. Brighton College in another one of these cup semi-final groups. Then they lost out to Kirkham Grammar, 19 points to 24 in the 11:40 fixture this morning. So they need to try and get the cup campaign back on track in terms of that semi-final group. St Paul's Catholic College Sunbury getting a win over Millfield by 20 points to 12. So they've had a win. Brighton have had a loss. And now is this going to be a try and reply? Yes, it is. St Paul's get themselves on the scoreboard. St Paul's, who started their cup competition in Group K, coming out on top of that one, beating John Fisher 28-19, beating Warwick 35 points to 7, Hurstpierpoint 24 points to 19, and Crosskeys College in Gwent 40 points to 17. Yet to taste defeat then over all of the games so far. The conversion has gone wide there though, so it's 5 points apiece. This is certainly the toughest match they would have had. Ball wasn't won by anybody in the end. It's come back on the St Paul's side. Brighton trying to effect a turnover, but body in the way of that one. And now regathering and getting going. Sunbury not too far away from here. Relatively local team. See plenty of stars through the gates here and on the pitches over the years, beginning to straighten. Where's the defender going to go? Oh, and then the cut back inside, and then injection of pace. Left the defender with no work to do, and then the little dummy grounding to get right under the posts, taking maximum advantage. And with a decent conversion as well. Brighton reopen up their lead, this time with the conversion. 12 points to 5, restart. Well tapped back from St Paul's, and on the ball wanted to put in the hitch kick to try and get away, but it's gone forwards. From the restart. One small error and Brighton will have the scrum. Wanted to try and back his pace on the outside. Was, well, found the measure of his opponent, and then he actually dummied him beautifully. Really good awareness of where the defender had moved to. Almost used the slight screen of his teammate as well there. Conversion drifts down the near side. St Paul's with work to do. Brighton's journey saw them win Group I with their 4 wins, including against the likes of Hampton School and St Benedict's School Ealing. That got them through to today, where they had that loss this morning to Kirkham Grammar. Interesting to find out what happens later on when Kirkham play St Paul's. Brighton building again here. Dummies away, then gets the offload away. Now it's out to the man on the outside. That was well worked. Quick bit of hands, quick bit of thinking. And Brighton get another. And it's looking very one-way traffic now.
Kirkham Grammar School, please could you make your way to the HSBC podium at the corner of pitch RE1. That's Kirkham
Conversion
Grammar
attempt
School.
is good.
Please make your way to the HSBC podium on the corner
24
of RE1.
up for Brighton College now. St Paul's still just with the 5.
This is a call, please, for the masters in charge of bronze throw.
It's the 8th year of HSBC sponsorship of the Roslyn Park HSBC National School Sevens, the world's largest Sevens tournament. And it is interesting, we have plenty of people tuning in on our live stream from all over the world, cheering on their old school. Plenty of people who are based across the globe who once took part in this tournament. Such is the rich history of it, and everybody's fond memories of it, of being part of a team, of going on tour, particularly those teams that come from outside of London that will spend a couple of nights in southwest London and pit their wits against the best rugby schools in the country. Of course, everybody welcome to take part. But in this one, it's Brighton who have got the lead at the break. They're leading by 24 points to 5. Second half underway. Knock on from the restart from Brighton. Floated pass out to the right-hand side. Didn't go to hand, but now a bit of pace onto the ball. Needs support to arrive, which it does, but it wasn't the easiest pass to pick up, and the knock-on will mean Brighton get the scrum.
This is a
Brighton looking very relaxed on the ball.
The masters in charge of Bromsgrove and Marlborough in the under-14s competition. Bromsgrove and Marlborough in the under-14s.
Little show and then through the gap, but he's reeled back in.
Control urgently.
Other big tackles, but they're very good at getting that ball away. Brighton 9 has a real sense of energy about him. Back on the ball again now. Then wants to stride and try and go through. Was just caught enough to slow him down. Now will they try and use it a little wider? Ball is coming back towards this side. Then one slip of a tackle, and now the chase is on. Didn't back himself to go all the way. Extra man tries to arrive on the right-hand side, but it didn't quite work out. Brighton 9 has dived on that and done really well, keeping that alive. St Paul's defence is going to have to drift across here. Don't want to bite in too hard. You could see him just backing out of that tackle. Didn't want to get isolated. Good tackle to bring Brighton to ground there, but now the ball goes forwards. And St Paul's have defended that stoutly. Good play from them. Now they've got a bit of room to get their pace man away. St Paul's might get in for try number 2. That they do. Conversion's good. 24 plays 12. Still time enough left in this for St Paul's. 4 minutes. Good tap back. Oh, but then they've lost the ball, and it's fallen nicely into the hands of St Paul's, and they'll be straight in for that third score. Things started to get very interesting. Brighton, who had started to look like they were cruising. Same position as the last one in terms of the conversion. Can he maintain the same accuracy and slot the 2 points again? Yes, he can. 24-19 now. Makes things very, very interesting. 5-point game. Oh, but now St Paul's with the error from the restart. And that will just give Brighton the free kick from the halfway line. Ball's got to travel the 10 metres.
Fixture between Sir Thomas Higton and Oundle. The scheduled 2 o'clock match on RE1 in the under-14s tournament, Bromsgrove versus Marlborough.
But not backwards. Is this going to give
on RE8
St Paul's the chance?
2 o'clock. So the next game on RE1 is the delayed Sir Thomas Higton versus Oundle fixture.
Just getting news of a slight schedule change as well, which we'll bring you in a moment.
Bromsgrove versus Marlborough will now move.
Winger can't get away.
RE8.
Release the ball forwards as well.
Thank you.
Brighton getting away now. They need this score if they're going to bring home the bacon and keep St Paul's out. Throws the dummy, straightens now the offload. They won't mind too much as long as they're in this area of the field to keep the St Paul's interest quiet. Tackle was good, under plenty of pressure here, St Paul's. Brighton have it. Now they look wide. Trying to send a winger into the corner. Oh, he's just been scragged short. And that's too many movements, or certainly referee says he's held on to it. And St Paul's have gone. Long way to go. Oh, he has got away from the last tackle. He's still got one last man to beat. Now puts a bit more pace onto it. Gets the offload back in field. 3 Brighton players there. This could prove to be decisive. This could prove to be the winning score. The conversion will win it. Goodness me, what a turnaround. St Paul's have levelled things up. Extraordinary. 24 points apiece. St Paul's put their noses in front now. What a comeback. Just enough time for a restart. Still time for a bit more late drama. St Paul's have absolutely got to get this restart right. Got to think about what they do. Do they send it deep and put up the defensive pressure, knowing that one slight step and there's a length of the field scamper? Or do they try and compete for it themselves? Winger's gone after it hard, but Brighton bring it down. Got to have the belief that they can find a hole in the St Paul's defence in the same way they did in the opening few minutes, but St Paul's up the defensive effort. Look to try and force the turnover and win the penalty. Now they get it out to the quick man on the wing. Wants to try and get around the last defender, but 2 of them go in from St Paul's to make the tackle. Then they want to force the turnover. They've given the penalty away to Brighton. As it happens, we're now missing a ball as well. I wonder whether the assistant on the far side has got an issue with the fact that as soon as the penalty was awarded, they kicked the ball off the field. This could prove to be... Well, the penalty is just going to stand. Here come Brighton. The pass and loop, trying to create the extra man, then cutting back on the angle, try and get the defence to bite in, and then go round the back. Got the scrum half just down off your picture on the near side, calling for the ball. Brighton under plenty of pressure again. St Paul's have got to try and stay legal here. They may well have the strength to have forced them into touch, and that will be that. What a victory for St Paul's. An incredible comeback. And Brighton looked so much in charge at half-time. Quite